OMG. Okay, I was just sitting down doing my daily ROI for the video, our return on investment per hero for the game, and look what I just discovered. I was listening earlier, shout out to someone who told me about another YouTuber. They did a podcast, and the YouTuber said, I'm buying up Swift Thistle because on Crystalville, there's no Swift Thistle. You can't get Swift Thistle on Crystalville. They don't have it you can only get it for foraging. So foragers get Swift Thistle, and so unless they figure out a loop or something for stamina potions, you have to have Swift Thistle for stamina potions. He said he's buying it up. I looked at this a week or two ago, and the only items that I could find that were better to sell with the trader on the decks in the central marketplace as opposed to going to the vendor was milkweed. We know milkweed, you never want to sell that. I think it's worth like 30 gold or 15 gold or something, 30 gold maybe with the vendor. Swift Thistle, or look at this. Swift Thistle I think is worth, what is it worth, like 75 gold? Okay, I just sold 60. I got 60 in one day. So that really helps my ROI right there. So foragers are now very profitable in the time being because there's a high demand for Swift Thistle. Now I sold it for like 330, I think. So I just like the price dropped. Okay, so let's look at so huge alpha there. So milkweed, spider fruit, Swift Thistle. Always sell that on the trader. Never sell that for gold with the vendor. At least for now. This thing can change. Things change quick in this. Okay, so here's the amount of gold. I sold all my items. Okay, we want jewel. Okay, I did get 2 eggs. I got a yellow egg and a gray egg that I sold. I sold off everything here in the inventory. Okay, so, whoops, we're not reject, hang on, max, okay, 37 more jewel. So I started off with 3 jewel. I leveled up like 5 or 6 guys, and so I'm not even counting those runes because the runes, I got a net 39 runes minus the 5 or 6 guys that I leveled up. So when you look at this, the most profitable thing about questing your heroes is the XP gained leveling your heroes. And that is intangible right now. Unless you calculate some guys like the Brown Gent, I think I'm going to be on the Brown Gent's show on Sunday. I don't know if it'll go live on Sunday, but he's going to do an interview. That'll be fun. Okay, but the Brown Gent, I think, is actually calculating, he'll buy heroes, level them up, and sell them, and he's like doubling his money, basically, doing that. So the best part about this is leveling your heroes. This isn't even factoring that. One thing, too, was last night, right after I did the video, the contest started. I look at it like an hour late, and it was Total Wallet, Rock Root, or whatever, foraging. So I sent over all my foragers, like 225 foragers. I did also summon 3 guys with my Gen Zeros. So, but I pushed it back just a little bit on the timeline, but I think it's going to be roughly right. I'm fighting with the bots. Thank God for these bots. Okay. So what you got to do, and this happens whether or not you're fighting with the bots, you got to come here, refresh, and try again. But it looks like, so I started with 3 jewel, and I burned through about 301 tokens, I meant to look at this before I started. Let me look that up real quick. So I'm going to try to really pin this down per hero, not counting the XP gain. So one is at 2.4 cents basically. So 300 times 0.024. Okay, that's about $7. Like, this is nuts. The gas fees. Okay. $7.20 on one fees. I got a yellow egg and a gray egg. So getting 2 eggs in one day, and I did sell those. I went ahead and sold them just for the sake of this. Getting 2 eggs in one day is hit and miss with having, I've got a total on this wallet of 369 heroes. So just got another rune. I sold it back. I started with 220 runes. I checked what I started with on everything. Okay, we're selling the gold into Jewel. 37.66 Jewel. And I'm at, let's hope this works this time. Okay. If not, it's fine. Okay. So if I have 151.96, and that went through. Okay. So now I have 88. So I have 8. Okay. About 89 Jewel minus 3, 186 Jewel. So 186 divided by 369 Jewel. So this is my first day on this. We're going to try to get through a full week and still be accurate, roughly accurate. Okay. But that, man, that is like, oh man, over the last few days, I had sold some Swift Thistle with the vendor. Man, you can get over 300 gold for that. That's huge deal for the foragers. And what might kind of throw this off a little bit with the foragers, I threw all my foragers. It's kind of coincidental. Because of the contest, I got 5th. I was against nothing but guilds. Except the first guy, the guy that got first place overall. I'd never seen him. He was called Risky Ricky, or something. He got first. I got 5th. Everyone else was a guild, baby. Got 5th. I squeaked in there at the end. I was pushing them through. I've got another debate I'm going to hit on in here in just a second on what to do. What should we do on something? Okay, so 186 divided by 369. Okay, so that's a little over a half Jewel. So we'll call it 0.5 Jewel per hero per day. Okay. Doesn't sound like a lot. But, again, the biggest value being gained is leveling your heroes. If you look at the tavern, look at the floor for a level 10 hero versus a level 7 hero. Or even just go look at a level 10 versus a level 9 versus a level 8 versus a level 7 versus a level 6. In fact, we can just do that. How do we calculate that? Because that is actually the most important part of this game is leveling your heroes. It's all about leveling your heroes. So, but if you look at a rough ROI, and this is just day 1, so it'll be better to span this out in days. I think I got on my miners, I think I only got 1 Jewel bonus, which a lot of times I get 2 or 3 in one day, or 2. Maybe not 3 in one day. That's probably pushing it. But sometimes I'll wake up in the morning. It's like, whoa, I got all this Jewel in my. Well, that's because my miners can get. I've got this 7,400 Jewel locked. So the max unlock bonus is 10. So I'll get like 4-ish Jewel every time my miners go. Because 3 miners are getting that. I only need to quest 3 miners at a time. So I'll get about, give or take, sometimes 3 to 4, sometimes even as much as 5 Jewel if I'm sending all my like level 10 miners. I might even get as much as close to 5. but usually it's more like 3.5, 4-ish in that range. So then if you get the 10 bonus, that's 13, 14 jewel. I only had that hit once. A lot of times that hits twice, but I got 2 eggs. A lot of times I might get 0 eggs. I've had days where I've gotten like 4 eggs, but on an account with only 369 heroes, I was debating, should I send in some fishers? I've got 61 fishers on this account. 20, I had sent the max, because I'm using the bot, I can quest 19 gardeners at a time as well. So that's big. So having 19 gardeners questing at a time, getting the milkweed is huge. Well, I didn't quite have 57 gardeners, which is your sweet spot, but I think I have 56. I need to send one more. I wanted to send a Dread Knight from another account. Okay, so I have most of my Dread Knights, I think, on this account. Okay, so, but roughly, and I'll try to account for that for my summoning too. But today, roughly, and I haven't been summoning too much, and I won't on this account, especially. So first day, 0.5 jewel per hero. Here's my other debate that I mentioned a little bit ago, is that, I've been learning. So I told you earlier, for miners, if you send them 20 stamina, you can still get an egg, you can still get your jewel bonus. Well, that is actually 15 stamina. And to get the egg is 10 stamina. Shout out to Dizzy. Dizzy is the man. This guild is the bomb. I'm in this private guild. So much alpha with these guys are just gurus. And Dizzy and I were debating, on the leveling thing. But I'll tell you what, Dizzy knows his stuff. He just knows everything about the game. It's just beautiful. Okay, so Dizzy said the debate, you can get an egg with 5 stamina for fishing and foraging, 10 stamina for gardening and mining. You can get an egg, technically. So it's like, okay, well, maximize your chances of getting as many eggs as possible. But then Dizzy said, however, to get the profession stat bonus level up, that you increase your chances of getting more profession stat bonus, your profession stat level. The more stamina you use in sending your heroes questing. So if you send them 25 stamina, 30 stamina, whatever, that increases your chances of getting a profession stat increase. So what should we do? Because the profession stat is so important in questing. So it's like, okay, realized, okay, man, if it's just 10 stamina used for gardening and mining, why don't we just do that? That's why the bot he talked about that. Carlo, my man, suggested that, and just 5 stamina. So you're just sending fishers out all the time, all day long, if you're using in foragers, maximizing your chances more and more. I think, maybe not, maybe that's faulty thinking. I don't know. But I'm kind of back to the profession stat bonus is so important for the hero. So I think I will send them out with 25 stamina instead, or even 30, but with the botting, that wouldn't work unless you only have level 10 heroes on that account. So, okay, that's it. Crypto Grady out. 0.5 jewel per day per hero on day 1. That's what we got. And that's not counting the runes that I used to level up. And that's not counting the value of the hero, the value gained from the heroes. Real quick, since we're here, sorry, my brain all over the place. If we come to the tavern, let's just look at this. Okay, first, what's the floor? The floor is 40, which is so cheap. Now, Jewel is doing okay. It's hovering around 17 cents, right? Let me check real quick. Jewel and Crystal, been crazy. If you watch my video earlier, I hit on all that with what we should do. Okay, Jewel, 17.23 cents. Now, again, what worries me about Jewel is Serendale dying off, which is a bullish case for Crystal. Okay. Also, what worries me about Jewel is the Jewel X Jewel pool has $6.2 million. It's by far the largest liquidity pool. If there could be potential sell pressure there if people continue to pull out, which was everyone's concern. If more people pull out of that pool and sell into Crystal, is that going to happen? So I keep debating. Who knows what to do? I'm still bullish on Jewel regardless, though. Okay, so look at this. Floor Hero, level 1. All these guys, level 1s, mostly. Okay, when we look at a level... Let's look at the floor for a level 10. A lot of times there's not even level 10s available, but they're more and more common. So this is kind of a moving... Oops, I'm an idiot. Level 10. This is a moving target, though. So look at that price difference. From 40, the floor level 10 hero is 575. Then it goes to 600, the second cheapest. Then 679, big jump. Big jumps. Which actually are reasonable deals because these guys quest better and they give you more goodies when you're questing. Better ROI on those heroes. Okay, so that goes from 575. Now again, this is a moving target. When I first started back in late March, early April, and I checked the tavern, there was no such thing as a level 10 hero, like available for sale for a long time. And I just wanted one so bad. And so just getting a level 7 hero from the tavern used to be rare. Okay, look at that drop. So this is what the Brown Gent was talking about doing. Sometimes these guys, like, they've got a whole bunch of stamina and they're almost about to level up to the next level. Well, look at that price drop from level 9 to level 10. Insane. 145 jewel goes all the way up to 600 jewel or 575 jewel maybe. That's a huge jump, you guys. You see that? Okay, level 8, 101. So level 8, 101. Level 9, 145. Level 10, 575. What's level 7? So this is where the 95 still. And these are common. If you have mythics and rares, it's way more. All these are actually pretty dang good buys, actually. So all these people are selling. I don't get why you'd be selling right now. 65. So we're at level 6. The floor for level 6 is 65 for the... But then the next closest one is 90 jewel for Paladin. 95 Summoner. Those guys, pretty good buys potential. Anyways, I mean, we're talking... How much is that? $10 or something? 90, 15 bucks? 90 times 0.1722. $15 for these guys. You can get an army of some pretty jacked heroes here. Level 5, the floor 60. Okay, so you see, it gets the value of your heroes rise. That's the biggest part about this game. You can double your hero's value by just quickly leveling him up as fast as possible. Crypto Grady out. Like, subscribe, bell button. I'll do this again tomorrow. 0.5 jewel per hero. That's where we're at. First day. We'll do day 2. It'll give a more balanced view, I think. Okay. And then a full week. If we can get a full week. Crypto Grady out. Love you guys.